Oh, what a morning, you guys. What a morning. It's busy and it's crazy. But you know what? It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. There's a leak in this old building, and my soul has got to move. Has got to move. There's a leak in this old building. My soul has got to move. Yes, my soul has got to move. Gosh, that song and those lyrics. When I was younger, I heard my mom and my grandma singing it and belching it out. I mean, beautiful, strong voices. But I just was like, oh, that sounds so beautiful. It sounds so amazing. Wow, I'm just going to listen. But I really didn't understand the lyrics. And now I understand. I understand those lyrics. I understand those lyrics. I don't know about y'all, but I understand it. I understand it. You guys, welcome in. Welcome in. It's a Terrence kind of thing. Oh my gosh, my buffon is buffunting, and it's going all around the world, and yeah, yeah. Hello everybody. As you guys come in, please double tap your screen and give your boy a thumbs up. Even if you don't come in, just double tap. It's okay. It's all right. I'm gonna just get to talking anyway. You guys, you see where I said I put the post up said be accountable, and um, I really think that that's probably what's wrong with a lot of people in the world. I'm just saying on YouTube, off of YouTube, in your everyday life, it's people just not holding themselves like accountable, like be accountable. I've talked about this in the past, but be accountable. You do something, you say something, whatever the case may be and stuff, you just own up to certain things and you just be accountable no matter what like the circumstances are. Because sometimes when you find yourself having to take accountability, it's like, oh, I'm a little embarrassed. All eyes on me, but that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Hey Sheila, how you doing? Good morning to you. I didn't even see you there, but how you doing? Oh Sheila, will you love me till the morning comes? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being in here. And like I said, if you guys come in, please just double tap, double tap, double tap. But yeah, we talking about accountability. I like to think that I hold myself accountable every time. You guys, I did today just now, like today, like already, and I'll tell you I'll tell you pretty much what I'm talking about. But also, I would. And this is not to bash anybody. It's not. But hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, people, if somebody come in and stuff, whatever, like not even like with the hospital, or whatever, but just in everyday life, hopefully they take something from this because it's important. It's important. It's we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So anyway, so I was in a case and I was pretty much being a runner, right? And I had to go and get like say like this biopsy punch or whatever. Now I've been here for quite some, for a few weeks, for quite some time now, and I still don't know where everything's at. Now that's not that's not an excuse, right? So I have to hold myself accountable to know, like, okay, I'm not going to be perfect, but I'm going to make mistakes. And I held myself accountable about that. They was like, oh no, it's really my fault. I said, no. Actually, it's not about like, okay, well, this is your fault, this is my fault, but I have to take accountability for my actions. I just I should have. It's like I should have known where that's at. And I'm not trying to be hard on myself, but I'm just giving an example. I still held myself accountable through all of that, which wasn't, like nobody's hurt, nobody's upset. To be honest, I am hard on myself, but I'm learning not to be as hard on myself because everything was good. But that's what I mean. Just take accountability and to be honest, like if you're trying to get out of being if you don't want to take accountability, I think in my opinion, I think it's harder to try and dig yourself up out of mess or whatever. But just be accountable. Be accountable. You did what you did. You say what you say, and it is what it is. You own up to certain things, or you at least um, you try your best to explain things. That's what I'm saying. Like overall, that's what I mean by this. But yeah. And they were like, well, okay, we appreciate that, but again, it's not your fault. And I'm like, well, I'm not trying to play the fault game. I'm just saying I take responsibility. I'm holding myself accountable because you know what? I do need to know where pretty much all of y'all supplies are at, and it's kind of impossible to know that, right? But it is what it is. Now let me just say this now. I did have a resource individual who also said, I have no idea. Now I'm not going to speak on that individual and say, well, I'm going to just say this, well, hopefully that individual goes to the drawing board too and says, you know what, I gotta take accountability because I'm supposed to know this as well, and he hasn't been here that long. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. It's just like when you figure stuff out. I don't know if it makes sense, guys, but when you figure things out, it it just seems like it's come together. I just feel like it could be a better world. It could be a better like honest world if people just hold themselves accountable. If that makes sense, I don't know. Is that now really, really difficult? Because I must say, I don't know. Maybe it just. So one nurse she was in the room. She said, Terrence, I'm not joking. She's a mom. She's a mom of three boys. She says, I'm not joking. Your mom raised you amazingly. I'm like, thank you. Because she was like, that's where it starts. I mean, she doesn't know my mom. Not, my mom is passed on. And I was like, thank you. But I really do think that I'm different. I'm not even being funny. I think that I need help. I'm not playing. Because, I always, and it's not about it being too nice or, wrong or right, but I just always feel like that's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to take accountability. If that means friendships are ending or relationships or people upset or angry, oh, so be it. I'm going to hold myself accountable. And that's something that I remember my mom always telling me. I'm telling y'all this. I'm not kidding. I'm telling you this. I mean, my mom, this is what she instilled in me. And I'm not trying to pick with other people or upset other people, but I really do feel like I was raised by a magnificent woman. And at the age of 37, you guys, you got to hear me out. At the age of 37, and going to so many states, having been in so many different places, having been in so many situations, I really feel like, wow, like my mom didn't have a syllabus. No parent has a syllabus. My mom and dad didn't have a syllabus or anything like that to go by a guidebook, a rule book. But dang, they did a great job. you know? Like I'm able to survive. I'm independent and I'm okay. And when things don't go my way, I don't get upset. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Like I'm happy and I thank God for allowing me to be raised by amazing people. And especially my mom because I feel like I just wouldn't be this person if I didn't have those morals and values at an early age. If that makes sense. Like because it has to be that. But when the nurse said, Terrence, it starts at home. It starts at home, and I said, wow, you're right. You know how, for instance, you know, I wasn't perfect in school. My sister wasn't perfect in school. Ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? But my mom, I remember this like yesterday. She never just initially said it's the teacher fault, and they doing this and they doing this. She took accountability. She held herself accountable. She took responsibility for everything and stuff. And we would have those sit downs. We would have some discussions. So is that probably what's going on now? You know, what people say on YouTube or in your everyday work life. Okay, is it the fact that they haven't experienced that, and or they've never been told no, or they never been in a situation where they never had those options. You know what I'm saying? Like, or let me just, I'm sorry, they were given options. We never even had the options. Like, okay, if it's, you hear me out now. If it's something like, okay, we're at the table, my mama cooking something, or my daddy cooking something, whatever they cook is what we ate. You get what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have those, I guess people call it a luxury or whatever, but I just say options. We didn't have the options, back then. And then I think about now, fast forward, and it's like how Joseph and Keisha kids, which are well behaved, very respectful kids, love my nieces and nephews, and it's like Josie will make sure that Jemiah wants this or Jason Jr. wants this. Keisha makes sure the Prince wants this, and then what you want, Jemiah Jr. Like we didn't really have that. When I say really, we didn't have it at all. You know what I'm saying? Like It was whatever my mom made, whatever she, whatever she put on the table is what we had. And that's just how it was. And I just think that maybe that's that old school tough love. And I think now it's a little bit more lackadaisical. It's a little bit more, there's more sensitivity in the world. There's way more like, mental health issues. It's a lot of things going on. All I'm saying is, guys, if you done something wrong, you know what? Just hold yourself accountable. And because I promise you, when you release that, I bet you money you'll feel good. I bet you money you'll feel good. You'll feel good within yourself, within your own self. You'll know, okay, well, I did everything right. Or let me say, I at least tried to do everything right. You know what I'm saying? I know none of us are perfect, but when you do that, when you dig deep and you say, you know what, I take accountability for my actions. I take responsibility for this. I'm gonna be held accountable. And you start to express yourself and explain yourself. It makes the situation so much better. Even if you're uncomfortable, even if you're embarrassed, like I'm surgeons, saying, okay, well, what's taking so long or whatever stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, but I'm not saying, well, so and so didn't know. The person that was there, that's been here for a long time, should know. I didn't know. Okay, I take accountability. You guys get what I'm saying? It's called owning. It's called just being an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's called. And what did that doctor say when he left? Great job, everybody. Thank you so much. See you next week. Everything's gonna be okay. Everybody's on YouTube playing the Luther Vandross song, and oh, it's all right. I'm like, but it actually is all right. Everything's gonna be okay. Being honest, being accountable, telling the truth, taking taking responsibility is not going to kill anybody, you guys. Like it's going to help. I promise you. It is. I mean, it's just what it is. I don't mean to laugh about it, but that's what it is. It's not a horrible thing. Since when is this like something that we can't? Since when is this something that just okay? It's unheard of, or oh, it's the gray area. Don't do that. Like no, be honest, be accountable. I think we can all go a long way in the world if we do that. Now again, ooh, I gotta blame my mama because she raised me. She raised me that way. And I thank God she did. But I can tell you right now, I can tell you, people tell me this so many times. Y'all, I've been in so many different places. I ain't lying. They be like, what? Like, everybody doesn't do that? And, oh, I just can't say this to people, or I can't just come to people, and I can't do this. But, man, like, thank you for, like, not, like, lashing out at me. Thank you for not getting upset. I say, wow, Earth, I get upset about that. If I'm making you uncomfortable, or if I said something or if I did something that pissed you off, or if I said something that pissed you off, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Like I think that's what's gonna solve a lot of problems, a lot of issues. And people wouldn't have to go through so much crazy trials and tribulations. Ain't nobody got time for all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live a happy, prosperous life. I want to make money. I want to make lots of money, lots of it. And I want to have fun. And I want this to be a wonderful adventure. It's gonna have ups and downs. We're gonna have like bumps and lumps and bumps and obstacles along the way. But just remember to always hold yourself accountable, if and when you're faced with that, because that's gonna be the difference of okay, maybe like not to say forget people liking you. It's gonna be the difference of okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna be considered somebody who's real and somebody who's true. That's the type of reputation that I want. I don't want the reputation of okay, well, when it gets hot in the kitchen, oh, I could outrun, but you started the fire. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm just like, everybody be accountable. All right, be accountable. Cause I ain't lying. Like in my head, I was like, oh Lord, I'm gonna go back to the room. Doctor gonna be upset, and which he really would like pissed, but it was like, okay, at the end of the day, I didn't show up with that product, with that item, but I'm not going to sit up here and throw this person under the bus. You know what I'm saying? I have to take accountability for my part in it. At the end of the day, when you think about it, the bigger picture is we we all have this responsibility to make sure that we have the supplies and equipment and all that, but we also individually have to be held accountable. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, is this is I'm just being honest. Is this like, is it registering? Because like I think that's the problem. I think people say, well, you know what? No, I ain't in that. I'm not involved in that. That doesn't involve me. That doesn't include me. And I'm like, well, no, that's just not how it goes. Actually, we're actually involved in a lot of things, and we have to be held accountable. We should take, accountability when at all times, not just when it's not, when it's not as a big problem, when it's not a huge problem. Okay, I can be accountable for that one. But if it's something huge to the point where it can potentially end a friendship, still be accountable. Hold yourself accountable. It's easy to say it, but it's harder to do it, I must say. But I feel like that's the problem with society. That's the problem with people. Um, like I said, I'm different. I'm very different, and I maybe that's why I only have like a handful of friends. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why. And is that so bad? Do I need to have 50 friends? Do I need to be the life of the party? Like, no. I mean, I am the life of the party. I ain't gonna lie, but do I need to have this many people, or a huge entourage of folks? No. I'm actually content, like just by myself in my God, and by myself with God. And I've told my sisters that, and they feel the same way. That's how our mom raised us. Okay, and I think that's what sets us apart from a lot of people. And it's a lot of more people out there in the world like that. I'm sure. Like, you just don't. You can be content by yourself. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's Friday. People say, "What you doing, Terrence?" I ain't no call. I ain't no call tonight. I ain't no call tomorrow. Terrence just gonna relax. I may do a live stream. I may go play tennis to my happy place. Like, I don't need to do. I don't need to go spend $3,000. I don't need to go, like, do something. Oh my gosh, so big and so amazing. Like, I just want to chill. I want to read my Bible. I do want to start meditating more. I want to focus on more positive things. Because I feel like I'm like tiptoeing back into, like, negative territory, and I don't want to do that, because I see, even though that I've been upfront and I've been real about a lot of situations, y'all know, here on YouTube, in the past, currently, all that, it still is not really getting me anywhere. And I need to stop. For me, it's like, again, I need to take accountability with that in itself. I need to stop trying to feel like, okay, well, somebody owe me this, an explanation or a reason for this or a reason for that, because apparently, you just don't get those things. When you reach out to people, you don't get it, you don't receive it, and I have to be okay with that. Now I'm gonna go back to the comments. Y'all know I get to talking, and it's in my mind, it's on my heart. But I've had it's early still, but I've had so many blessings already from this patience. You know what I'm saying? People, complete strangers that don't know me, and have thanked me. Or like seeing a little girl, she had some PE tubes put in her ear, and she wasn't smiling with nobody or laughing. And I come in the room, I'm doing a little dance, and she's just giggling. And they're like, Terrence, you are natural. And I'm like, I've been told that. You know what I'm saying? I've been told that many, many times. And I'm gonna keep being myself, because I feel like I really do bring happiness to people. I really do bring some type of peace to people. You know what I'm saying? And that's a blessing. And I don't want to continue to be discouraged by things that really don't matter. And I feel like I've taken accountability, and everybby else should. And like I said, it can be a better world, a healthier world, but it's okay. It's okay. What did I say in this live stream? I said it's gonna be all right. It's all right. It's all right. Don't do it. It's all right. It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. Hey, AV, how you doing? Okay, Sheila says some people are not accountable, and that's okay. We have to be mindful of other that are that way. Yeah, Sheila, you're right. You're right. I'm doing very well. AV, I am. I'm doing very well. Sheila says ignorance is a bliss. God, that's something else my mom used to tell me a lot. Darnisha, how you doing? Darnisha Parker in the building. What's up, Darnisha? Darnisha. Welcome back to It's a Terrorist Kind of Thing. Doesn't matter what bring. Come and watch him do his thing. Cause it's a terrorist kind of thing. Yeah, yeah. I had to switch it up a little bit. Tina, hashtag Greek mom. Happy Friday, Terrence. And what a beautiful tribute to your mom. Thank you so much, Tina. Tina, thank you so much for saying that. I mean, she was just amazing. Yo, like I'm not kidding you guys. Like so many people tell me to this day. I did okay, so I did like a little short. I'm sorry, you guys. That is my hold on 1 second, you guys. Sorry. Stay with me. Okay, guys, bear with me, okay? One moment. It's a tearing kind of thing. Doesn't matter what you bring. Come and watch and do this thing. Oh, let me just reset this in here. I'm gonna put. I'll be right back. You guys bear with me, okay? Oh my God. I'm so sorry, you guys. I went on a tour. And I was like, oh, I'm live. But thank you guys for being in here. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna head off. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Rick. Hey, Jenna. Hello, Miss Riz. How you doing? Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much, Iris. Ellen Facile. No, it's not about Crystal. Ellen Facile, it's not about Crystal. I'm not speaking on Crystal. Okay, I'm not speaking on Crystal. I'm not speaking on nobody in particular. All I'm saying is be accountable. Hold yourself accountable. That is what Terrence is saying, okay? I appreciate y'all so much. Hey, Teardrop. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna go head back to surgery, okay? I got more work to do. I appreciate you guys so much. I will talk to y'all later. Bye for now. Thanks for, being on hold for forever. I don't usually do that, but work call. Bye.